Most horror movies are all about getting your heart racing, but the movies on this list are a totally different kind of horror. They set out to disturb you on a different level, to get under your skin and make it crawl. Be warned, they are not for the faint of hearted. This list features foreign masterpieces and a debut from a modern horror movie icon. But are you brave enough to watch all three of these disturbing and unseen horror films? Possum. This underrated British horror features one of the most horrifying movie monsters ever created. But that's not even the scariest bit. It was written and directed by Matthew Holness, best known for creating the cult series Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. But don't expect any of the silly comedy horror that made him famous. This unsettling film is more of a psychological character study of a disgraced children's puppeteer who is forced to return to his childhood home, still inhabited by his stepfather. Along the journey, he's haunted by this, a horrifying spider puppet with his own face. But as scary as it is, this isn't your ordinary sentient horror movie monster. It's simply a representation of the lingering fear created during his childhood. This indie film about trauma holds its secrets close to its chest until the end. At first glance, the next film on this list might look cheery in contrast to Possum, but don't let it fool you. The Strange Things About the Johnsons. Not many movies have been brave enough to tackle this topic, but if anyone was going to do it, it was the icon of modern horror, Ari Aster. Before he made Hereditary, he made The Strange Things About the Johnsons. This 30-minute short film was made while he was still at film school, but you would never guess it was a student film. It follows a seemingly ordinary suburban family as a dark domestic secret slowly pulls them apart. Is the whole film just a metaphor that uses role reversal to add shock value? Maybe. But there's no doubt it's uniquely creepy. And, better yet, it's on YouTube, and we put the link in the description for you. The next film is a strong contrast to Astor's polished suburban landscape, but it's even more terrifying than the story he had to tell. The Wolf House. You might be surprised to see this film open with what appears to be a propaganda film, but there's a chilling reason behind it. The adult animation is actually based on a true story. And, while it's presented like a fairy tale, it's definitely not for kids. The hero of the story is Maria. She escapes punishment for letting some pigs escape by running into the woods. There, she finds an empty house where she's joined by two of the little pigs. But it's very obvious that something's not right. While the film doesn't directly mention the historical events it's based on, the use of German and Maria's repeated references to La Colonia is enough to give it away. This film is about La Colonia Dignidad, a cult formed in the Chilean mountains in the 1960s that became known for its violence and, in particular, its mistreatment of children. Directors Cristobal Leon and Joaquin Consina, with unique and constantly shifting animation, letting us into the disturbed mind of the child who escaped. Or has she? After all, there's a wolf right outside the house asking to be let in.